We are pleased to provide another video, if you will. Share another video. The topic through Tracy is always a foundation of love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, love for oneself, love for others, compassion towards oneself, compassion to others, kindness towards oneself, kindness to others, forgiveness towards oneself, forgiveness to others. Tracy is receiving collective consciousness known as source energy, known as eternal light beings. In Tracy's world, she says all good things from the heavens above. All good things from the heavens above. So Tracy has moved aside to allow space, to allow the words to flow through her. And how does it all work? A miracle. A miracle. She said, how do you move my hands? How do I make facial expressions? How do I know what to say? And we shared with her, get in the car and drive and do not worry about how the motor works. And she was pleased to drive. So here we are wanting to share segments to bring forth, we want to say, space and time to allow ones to feel better than perhaps one is feeling. In life experience, it is, we don't want to say easy, but it is easy to bring forth something that happened decades ago or just yesterday, but something of the past that sort of comes forth in thought. And a good example of that is one will hear a song and it'll take them right back to a place in time, to people around them, to what they were wearing, to what they were doing, what were they sharing. And so with the beauty of memory, if you will, to bring forth, it can also cause some havoc. And we are playfully sharing this because Tracy is truly experiencing, we want to say heartache. We want to say heartache from years gone by, and it is surfacing once again. And she knows every time she receives a thought of something in her past, something that somebody else brought, if you will, or thinking of another, thinking of a situation, thinking of how it could have been different, if you will, mulling over all the things. And she knows it is, we don't want to use the word foolish, but she knows there is not much point in doing such a thing because it is allowing her to bring forth emotions that she does not want to carry. She is wanting to release. She is wanting to let go of all things. So we shared with her in the most gentle way. Find the imagery, the space, to imagine, and this again is extremely gentle. So if anyone is experiencing hanging on to something in the past that is unwanted, you can go back in time and bring forth the most euphoric joy there is. Hold on to that, naturally so, because it enlightens you. It makes you feel full and wholesome. But when ones bring forth something that upsets their heart, upsets their mind, takes away peace on every level, we would gently guide to visualize, and we are going to be gentle. It is not in harshness, this visualization. Visualize a beautiful landslide, and we say beautiful. Nothing is destroyed. No one, it's not harsh. But just imagine this beautiful landslide taking with it all the unwanted memories and emotions. And we will share with Tracy, it is okay to let that one go. They are safe. Meaning it is a beautiful experience to allow situations, past resentments, hurts, frustration, heartache, sorrow, name it. Ones that you wish that you just could let go of the memory of, if you will. And it is very gentle. And it is all in the name of love. It is. Forgiveness is the most powerful expansion of oneself. The grandest, greatest gift one can give to oneself is the freedom of forgiveness. So think of this landslide, if you will. The landslide gently just removes the unwanted thoughts, emotions. And we do emphasize, everyone is okay. Everyone is okay. But the landslide creates a space of knowing you can't go and retrieve it again. It is a landslide. You do not wish to walk among it. It is something that is created and one must move forward. So you can, in your mind, picture this landslide taking a step forward and then it just falls behind you. A step forward and it falls behind you. A step forward and it falls behind you. There's no turning around. You can't go back. There isn't anything to stand on. And it's a beautiful visualization for ones that are truly wanting to let go of something that really hurts their heart. Something that they must let go of to allow space to feel joy, to feel love, to feel the expansion of one's divine inner light. It is difficult to be angry and find joy. In fact, it is impossible. One has to be placed down. So we have shared in previous videos that in order for one to feel happiness, joy, contentment, anger must be placed down. And it goes the other way. If one wants to experience anger, and we say wants, and that's very tricky there because it is a choice, one has to let go of their happiness to be able to hold anger. Just ponder it, and it is a choice. So this visualization that we shared with Tracy truly works, and she has spent her time, every time something pops up in her head, she says, oh, into the landslide you go, gently and lovingly, and have a good time, have a good trip. And she wants to create a space of absolute love to, we want to say, to the heartache, to the hurt. She wants to create a space of absolute forgiveness, a space of kindness, a space of compassion, because she knows truly it's not for the others or the experience. It is truly to bring forth healing of one's heart, healing of anger and resentment, healing of feeling less than, healing of feeling unworthy. You are here for great reason and grand purpose. Where does the feeling of unworthiness stem from? And most times, not all, very general conversation we share, but most times the feeling of unworthiness comes from self-talk or someone delivering harsh, condemning words. And whether it be in a playground at 5 years old, or whether it be in a boardroom at 50 years old, whether it be from a spouse or a lover, whether it be from someone that is very close to you, if you will, whether it be something that you spoke to someone else in a moment of absolute haste, in that moment. It is condemnation upon oneself that causes so much havoc. So Tracy has observed, and we're using her as an example, but you yourself, if you truly think about thoughts, if you are in a space of feeling very joyful and happy and content and lighthearted and just bouncing along life, it is so natural to bring forth the experiences that enhance that space, that space of happiness, that creates a space to feel better because you are observing life through the lens of happiness. You are observing life through the lens of contentment. You are observing life through this emotion. So when one starts to observe life through we want to say through the eyes of anger, resentment, frustration, disappointment, disheartenment, heartache and sorrow, regrets, if you will, feeling less than, feeling unworthy. What takes place, and it's truly taken place with Tracy, and she has noticed it, that what happens then is it brings forth ones to go back in time and sort of fuel what created every event that made one feeling very upset. All the harsh words or something that was said that truly hurt a heart that has been carried so long. It is a natural process to go back in time and sort of get all the evidence to support why you are feeling so miserable. With that, this is why we are sharing the visualization for you, because we would enjoy, if you will, the knowing that you are able to let it go. It is difficult to let it go when it feels so awful. When it feels so awful. You want ones to apologize perhaps, or you wish you could go back in time and fix it all. And again, back in time can't go. It is just like a landslide, going back in time. It is just like that. You cannot go. So the visualization allows one to just gently, and we do mean gently, we're not talking about an aggressive avalanche. We're talking about a beautiful landslide where all things are safe. Just a change in, we want to say, landscape. So the portrait of life, you are just wanting to create a space to let go of what is upsetting you. What is upsetting you? So we create these videos in Tracy's home, if you will, and right now it's sort of always this way. It's either Nigel the cat, but now there is fuel being delivered, propane being delivered outside. So if you can hear the beeping of the truck and the gentleman doing his work, that is what it is. So to remove unwanted emotions, thoughts, to remove bringing forth memories of others, if you will. Again, you're not wanting to remove something that pleases your heart. You're wanting to remove something that makes you feel awful, burdened with life. Use the technique just to allow all things to be kind of taken away, not washed away, but just gently removed. And you can't go in after it. You can't go back and pull it out. Let it go. But what a beautiful visualization. And it truly does work. Sit very quietly in your own space. A few deep inhales, a few beautiful outhales. And just imagine what you are wanting to release and let go of. Just imagine it going down the beautiful landslide. And then imagine that you cannot walk there. It's just impossible to walk. You have to leave it where it went. You have to leave it go in the landslide, not to be brought forth again. So, again, and we say again because Tracy has had many landslides, because just when she gets it all cleared up, there is something that reminds her once again of something that truly caused a lot of pain in her heart, something she wishes she could change, but she has no control over others, if you will, and she only has control over herself. And the same goes with you. You only have control over your actions and reactions. You have no control over what another is thinking. You have no control over what another is speaking. You have no control over what another is delivering. It's impossible to control it. So let it go in the most magnificent, glorious landslide that you can find for yourself. And again, everyone is safe. It is a beautiful, beautiful sharing. It is. Really, really, really good. There is great love for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.